if y'all don't want to hear the truth, then that's that's kind of a personal problem. Because I'm going to keep spitting it how I see it, and I think the problem is really a little too one-sided, and we need to hold everybody to the fire and make sure everybody do what they're supposed to do when it comes to black people, not get caught up in a whole lot of white people business. We need to worry about our own, what's going on with us. And then when we get what we got to get, then we'll, welcome everybody. But we got to make a decision, and we got to push people to do something big, and do it right now.
This stupid commercial. We're in the age of Aquarius, guys. I don't know too much about astrology, but I've heard them say it over and over and over and over again, and I don't even know if that he understands what he's touching on right there, but like I keep on saying, Cube is somebody that is a free thinker. This Cube is somebody that we need to listen to. This man thinks outside of the box, and he always has, right? These commercials, they're killing me with these commercials. Give this commercial a second. Let's run it back.
You already know how I get down. Over the last few months, I've been really going deep into this political space, reading a lot of history, trying to understand how systems work, not getting caught up in anybody's rhetoric, but looking for my damn self, and just trying to figure out why we continue to, flounder at the bottom. What is it? And what I found is that it's systems in place, as we all know. It ain't because, we ain't doing what we supposed to do as black people, because, of course, we all can do better.
Yeah, we definitely all could do better.
To clean up ourselves and our community, but besides that shit, the system is fucked up. It's just designed totally, and not only designed, but there's a dedication to keeping us at the bottom of this country. And I don't know if we can count on any parties to get us about the shit, to be honest. So we are gonna have to do a lot of things different as a black community. We have to pool our resources. we have to think about ourselves. You know, we love all the other races of the world, but at some point we got to figure out how do we get ahead.
Yeah, we love all races of the world. That's absolutely true. You know, as a people, history will show you that black people are the most loving, most nurturing people and least violent people of the world. I mean, if you look, we're the ones that always lay down. We're the ones that always lay down. We're the most nourishing, right? We're the one that's always looking after everyone. But I mean, think about it. How can you possibly help anyone else if you haven't taken care of yourself first, right? How can you possibly love on anyone else if you haven't loved yourself first, right? So, I mean, for anybody out here, when you hear, especially me talking about um, getting building up our people, don't I don't want to hear nothing about no reverse racism or anything like that. We have to love ourselves first before we could love anybody else. And anything other than that is a damaged relationship. And you know, we've been in damaged relationships and we're tired. This damaged relationship, it's tiring. It's time for us to heal ourselves.
Because everybody's on top of us, but us, or everybody's on top of us. And the shit ain't gonna work. We ain't gonna survive this. The way it's going, it's just designed that I can't see the future. So we gotta change this shit. Everybody's been mad at me because I haven't been on the fucking, you know, the gravy train of I don't trust none of them. No president has done right by us.
Of course not.
So I don't trust none of them. So
They haven't done right by you either, American people.
hopes and dreams behind any of them just don't work. We gotta make them do what we want them to do, and there's only a few ways to do that. Now I've been making contacts, trying to, you know, talk about these real issues. You know, straight up, I believe the Democrats they've been nice, you know, they've been cordial, so to speak. You know, I don't really see them pushing their policies in any different direction. You know, they're still talking this minority, people of color shit that don't necessarily include us, that don't necessarily include black Americans, especially descendants of slaves. ADOS, American descendants of slaves. That ain't specifically us. It's everybody. We ain't gonna get shit because when you look around, everybody hate us. So we still at the bottom of that.
I mean, that's a very important point. A very, very important point. And like I said before, you know, you have the affirmative action, and you have all these laws that supposedly are, you know, to repair black people, but everything gets labeled under minorities. And, you know, like I pointed out before, if you're not a white male, you're a minority. And like he said, if you look around, everybody hates us, right? So we're at the bottom of that. Especially if you're Cube or you're me. That means you're a black man. Everybody hates us. The only thing we have is our women. That's the only thing we have. Shout out to you, black women, because you are the only thing we have. You've always been the only thing we've ever had, and some of us don't even see it. But that's a whole nother conversation.
So, you know, I think the Democrats, they got every black celebrity and shit on their team, so they just figure, you know, tell Q to shut the fuck up and vote. And so I ain't gonna do that. You know, I'm gonna push the program. We got a program. I'm pushing it on everybody. We also met with the Republicans and shit. They brought us in. We talked to them. They've moved their agenda a lot because of what we said. You know, they put $500 billion on the table, and you know.
So now you big heads know where the Platinum Plan came from.
But who knows? You know, who knows what's gonna really happen? You know, I just know one of them gonna win, and I don't know if it can really matter to us. We gotta just push whoever is in there, because ain't nobody really solved our problems. You know, people say we can't take another 4 years of this. And black people, we could take anything. Shit. I mean, Joe Biden, you know, the Democrats, I believe they owe us. Will they do right by us at the end of the day? Who knows? You know, I think the plan they have is you know, they're doing a lot when it comes to safety and police and all this shit, but you know, that dough is thin. Everybody money is thin. I mean, we're not gonna get no respect in this country without the cash. We ain't gonna get no respect in this country without having money in our community. It just ain't gonna happen.
That's the part that I want to stress on right there. That really right there is, to me, is, you know, a real important, really important matter, subject matter, because, you know, we're, as black people in America, we're the number one consumers. Look it up. Do your research on it. We're the number one consumers, and you can't be the number one consumers without having money, right? But it's how we spend our money, right? If we learn how to collectively learn how to spend our money with each other, and collectively learn how to build each other up, and collectively learn how to circulate dollars within our community, rather than, listen, man, there was some statistics years ago that I heard years ago, you know, that the Jewish man's dollar stays in his community 40 something times. It circulates in his community 40 something times before it leaves out of the community, right? The black dollar only has one circulation in our community before it leaves. That means to say, we go to work for someone outside of our community, they pay us. The money that we get, that's that circulation. That's that one circulation. Because as soon as we turn around and we spend it, we don't spend it inside of our community. We spend it back outside of our community, so it leaves. We're the number one consumer. We have money passing through our hands like crazy, but that's our problem. It passes through our hands. We don't support each other. You understand? Like, it's ridiculous. But let's get back to Q. Let's let him finish up.
It's not gonna happen. So everybody can be mad at me, pissed off at me. You know, I don't give a, you know, hey, y'all know what it is. I'm trying to get to the truth. I ain't about to be part of nobody program. Ain't nobody gonna, you know, get me to back down. And if y'all don't want to hear the truth, then that's your, you know, that's kind of a personal problem. Because I'm going to keep spitting it how I see it, you know, and I think the problem is we're a little too one-sided, and we need to hold everybody to the fire and make sure everybody do what they're supposed to do when it comes to black people, not get caught up in a whole lot of white people business.
I agree with you, and and I feel like that starts at home. That definitely starts at home. That starts with us paying attention to us. Us loving on us. Like I said before, we got our own problems that we need to heal from. And just like listen, if you're, let's compare it to a relationship, right? Let's say you get out of a relationship and you got damage, right? You got damage out of this relationship, and you get out and you get into a brand new relationship, and you don't take any time to actually heal yourself, to find out what went wrong for you to not even for your prior relationship that didn't work. Because listen, it's very easy to blame the other person. It's always very easy to blame the other person, to point the finger at the next man. But at some point in time, we got to look at ourselves and say, hey, what is it that what's my contribution for the situation at hand? You know what I mean? And we have a lot of work to do on self before we can. We need to stop thinking about everybody else and what everybody else thinks of us and what everybody else wants us to be and wants us to do. We gotta really, focus. Start giving some time to focus on us, right? It's for generations on top of generations on top of generations on top of generations. Black people have been the people that has been taking care of everybody else, has been lifting everybody else's society up, has been our artifacts, our treasures. Right now, the cell phone that you're watching this on is, the diamonds come from, everything in it, the computer, everything. It all comes from us. The technology comes from our land. We need time to repair ourselves. If we don't repair ourselves, we can't love on anyone else. We need to stop trying to fit in with everybody else. Stop falling for the okie doke of, it's black supremacists, or they're trying to do reverse racism, and get over it. Get over it. We need to repair ourselves. That doesn't mean that we don't love others, but you need to love yourself before you love anyone else. Period. Period. Dot. Let's let Cube finish up.
What's going on with us? And then when we get what we gotta get, then we'll, welcome everybody. But we gotta make a decision, and we gotta push people to do something big, and do it right now.
Sorry, my mic was off. We got to do it real big, and we got to do it right now. Just like you said. Anything that you've ever wanted to do in life, go ahead and start working on it, and get it accomplished. You can do it. And one thing, forget about the president. It's like I said in 2016. I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I voted for the Hillary. But in 2016, when everybody was going crazy about the elections, I didn't believe in my vote. I did not believe in my vote, but I casted the vote anyway. Right? Because I was convinced. I was still, thinking with everybody else. Mostly going off of my family, my family influence. Because who wants to disappoint their family? Right? But at the end of the day, somewhere along the line, we got to start thinking for ourselves. Like I said, in 2016, I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I voted for the Hillary. I
did not believing in the vote. But one thing I said to myself is that
Since I've known myself, a president has never altered my life. So I didn't see why a president was going to start to alter my life in 2017 or 16. That didn't make any sense to me. And it doesn't make any sense to me today. 4 years later, I'm definitely gonna vote, because I do, there's change out there that needs to happen, and we really need to pay attention to what the upper heads are doing. But at the end of the day, we're all responsible for our own destiny. Every single one of us. And black people together, collectively, we are responsible for our own destiny. Like I said before, it's easy to sit here and blame another man. It's very easy to do that. It's time to take the path of less resistance. With that, I'm going to leave y'all. Y'all have a great day. I love y'all. Urban Country Living, we coming back. Like I said before, I'm just building the content creators. Building up all the content creators, and you're going to see a lot more of me. Right? We're going to get back in the garden and all of that. All right? So just stay tuned. When you see the videos, anything with that Urban Country stamp on it, go ahead and share it. Support it. You understand? We love y'all. Be easy.